Hi, Jim.
Hi, Mia.
Rankin's a very diverse electorate. Do you believe you're adequately representing the concerns of your constituents, particularly those who are deeply affected by the ongoing conflict in Gaza? You've been relatively muted on your stance on the issue, and it has left a lot of us feeling unheard and unsupported. We've tried to make you aware of our frustrations, including picketing your office in Logan and hosting rallies in the area. Do you believe it is more important to fulfill your duties as a treasurer or to actively represent the voices of the people who have elected you?
Thanks, Amir. Jim Chalmers.
Thanks very much, Amir. I don't see them as two different things. You know, I see my first responsibility to you all, and because of your support, it allows me to do my work at the national level as well. And so I don't see them as different jobs. I see them as two parts of the same job. I'm very grateful, Amir, for the way that you've raised that and the frankness with which you have raised it. I do know that there are a lot of people in our community who are hurting because of the tensions in the Middle East. I do acknowledge that. And I have been to our local mosques to speak with community leaders about the very real concerns that they have about what's happening in Gaza. There has been too much killing of innocent people in Gaza.
Yeah, we'll just let the Treasurer finish his question.
There has been the killing of too many innocent people in Gaza, and we have made it very clear, and I have made it very clear whenever I'm asked. I'm not asked that often, but whenever I am asked, we want to see a humanitarian ceasefire. We want to see the hostages released. We want to see the aid go in, and we want to see an enduring, peaceful two-state solution in that part of the world. But to finish where I began, Amir, you know, I do know, and I hear it in your question, and I hear it in hundreds of conversations I have in our local community. I know how much people are hurting, and I am representing the whole community in all of the ways that I can, because we need to bring this killing of innocent civilians to an end.
Jim Chalmers, the ICC has sought arrest warrants against the Hamas leader Sinwar and the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. That's a story that's broken tonight. Some of you may have missed it, but that's a very big international story just broken by CNN. Do you respect that decision by the ICC, and do you think that that should go ahead?
Well, obviously that will be a matter for the International Court. We're not party to that process, and as you would know with your long experience of these sorts of matters, those processes happen on their own steam. Our focus, as I said in response to Amir's question, our focus is in using our voice in all of the international forums that we have, the UN, talking with like-minded friends around the world, is to get that release of hostages, to get that humanitarian ceasefire, to get the aid in.
Sinwar and Netanyahu being put on the same platform for an arrest warrant is obviously a pretty significant move. Do you see Netanyahu as a war criminal?
Oh, look.
It's a question.
Yeah. This answer won't satisfy people up the back there, but I don't intend to get into a process which involves the International Court. We're not party to that.
Yep.
Obviously, it is a big deal, as you say. It is a very significant development. Our focus is on using our voice for all of the objectives that I mentioned in response to Amir.
Thanks, Amir. I appreciate your question.